everyone, it is Char from Char's Fascination. Now, I'm done with the front half of this. What you did not get to see, and I do apologize for that, is that's also why I have everything out like this, is how I started. That's why I said I do apologize. So I'm going to do this to a point. Then I have to do some video edit for Halloween. If you're interested in watching my actual Halloween video, stick around. Stick around. Hey, so you saw how I just did that, right? For that. Now, this is not knit, so you don't have to do this. This is what I do when I'm knitting, where you would take it through like that and then go like that. Okay, that's knit. So we're not knitting. And so we're just doing crochet. We have our one loop on here. Now I will show you how to make the stitch for the very center that also brings it out. Now when you come to the outer parts as you're adding in, you single crochet, go to the next one, and then I'll show you how to add on and so forth. That's how you get it to be that big. So tighten this up a bit, not too much. That way you have a way to get your yarn through. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I know that looks weird, but that's actually 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, make sure you have enough yarn out. I have it sitting up on something so that it's okay. Make sure you have enough yarn. And if it's just like this, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Now, I'm going to take this over here. I know that seems weird. After a while, again, I will show you how to hide the tail yarn in your work. Now that you have it like that, go like that, and then go like that again. Now, this is your first add-on, right? You can use a stitch marker for this. Now, right here, you want to start hiding that tail yarn. So you lay that in front of your hook facing towards you. That way, when it's facing towards you, you're going like this. And now what's happened is that's between the loops. And then single crochet. What this does is it makes it so that if this starts to loosen up, you can tug that tail yarn and pull it back in. Look. Yeah, you're probably not going to be able to see that too good with my hand in the way. So, you go like this. And I don't know if you could tell that tightened it. Okay? That's the purpose of doing that, so that it closes that in as the illustration where that's closing. Although this is not true to that. Did you know that the Jason Voorhees mask, like there were different versions of it, like the one I told you about, and then there's the one like they have here in their illustration. There's different ones. Have you ever watched all the Friday the 13th movies? Anybody remember the horrible, like, Friday the 13th series? It had nothing to do with Jason Voorhees. Not a thing. So, let's see that one there. Make sure you get it right. At the first few stitches doing this, it can look a little weird. So you want to continue your stitch around. I don't know why it did that. It's probably because of this kind of yarn. This yarn, like I was saying in the beginning, in the first half of this is not the best quality yarn. Just, it's not. So you can always take a better quality yarn, and you can do this. Now you want to do single crochets all the way around until you come back to where you started. Now you might wonder, how can you tell where you started? You have this mark right here. So right here tells you where you started. So that's how you do that. And then as you go around to all of that, you can start to do your increase. The first few ones, look, here's your increase. Take it around. You're going to want to do your regular single crochet. So we're almost back to where we started. And then when you come back to where you started, you do another see, look, one more over and we're back to where we started. Okay, and then that's where we do an extra stitch. I hope this view actually helps you better. Like I said, I do apologize for the first one. There is your extra. Now, most people will do 2 single crochets in the same. You can do that depending on what you're making. That's a whole other video. I know I need to start putting my knitting crochet in 2 different categories. So now you have 2 lines of crochet. All right, you saw how I showed you how to increase. From this point, after you make it all the way around to your 4th row, your 4th and 5th row, you're gonna start changing it up to every other single, after every other single crochet will be your addition onto that, right? That's how we got this. So I will come back and show you that in a moment. It'll be a moment for you, but it'll be forever for me. It does take a while to do this, so I hope you do have a lot of patience. Look, I have my knitting, I have my crocheting, I have my makeup in here. I have my sewing machine and only very few fabrics. I have stuff in here to keep me busy. As a physically disabled individual that, you know, missing pieces of my spine, my hip, my knee, my ankle. Thank God I'm not losing my brain. Or my sense of humor. So being able to do any of this, like the nail art and all that, this keeps me happy. Even do an advent calendar for Halloween. That makes me happy. And you know what though? It's a hobby that allows me to teach. So because of that, we'll be right back. Okay, so it's actually been hours for me because I had to take a break and make dinner. Don't mind the dog. She's out there playing. So as you can see, we're almost done like covering the tail yarn. Also making sure that you can see it. Like I said, really, I am sorry for that. I thought I had checked the camera, and I thought that the camera was looking at it last time. I'm like, Now, we're going to come to this section, and then what we're going to do is we're going to, or I am, because I'm teaching you, we're going to do, we're going to try, let me clear my voice real quick. Anywho, so right here we are just going to do a single crochet. Y'all, I don't even know why I feel tired. It's still early out. Okay, so right here we are going to add, remember what I said about this piece? Hold it, because that's what helps tuck in your tail. And then we're going to make another loop. Then we're going to come over here. We're just going to do this now. Don't worry about your tail yarn after like the next one. So now what we're going to do, and you can try to just go ahead and pull it flat again, because that's what I was doing with the other part. Every other stitch that you make from this point, your single crochet, and then when you come over to the next spot, sorry, holy crap, then you come up here, you pull that through, add, don't worry about the tail, tuck it towards the inner part now, and when you come to that next stitch, you're just going to do a single crochet. And as this is like this, every other is going to be your next stitch. And you're going to continue to do this, like some of them, and I'm going to show you this. Some of this you can go ahead and do 2 different single crochet, then you want to do that double not double, your add-on. Now if you wanted to do a double crochet, you would go in twice with 2 singles, and that would, to me, would be a double crochet. So what's going to happen from here is this is going to expand. You see how it's already got like that shape? It's already starting to get that shape. I know this looks doofy. You can actually add a different piece to the red if you want. That's fine too. I think that's why they give us a lot of extra for the red. You know, honestly, you don't need that much red. Remember, this is the outside, this is the inside. You know, got that little tail yarn bit right there. Go to your next, which is your regular single, and you just want to do this all the way around, right? So like I said, you know, this should help you a lot better with this part. I reviewed the other one. I'm like, I just don't feel like redoing that. I know it just seems like the lazy way. I just didn't feel like tearing it all apart and redoing the video. Because y'all, this takes time and patience. A lot of people are impatient when it comes down to this, but honestly does take a lot of patience. And I know there's a lot of like beginner people out there. This is actually great for beginners. It really is. This is great for beginners of those who want to learn how to make stuffies. I don't have those other ones in the house anymore because they were sent off to Curse Cosmetics. And they were received. And my friend Mariel is super happy to have them. So, or I would show that to you. But you can always go back and watch the video on them. This yarn, like I've said in the beginning of even the other video for this, that this is not your best quality yarn. I might fix that though. Because even on their package, it doesn't have it like, you know what I mean. It's kind of supposed to be kind of a bit cartoonish in the first place. And so that's fine. Even with the other one, it's going to be a bit cartoonish. So even though I will be finishing it in November, did you actually know that original Halloween is November 1st? It's still part of harvest season. It's part of Samhain, which is a Irish Celtic holiday. I'm not Irish, but I do know their history on that, which is always good to know history on something, right? So I'm going to finish going around. So like I was saying, you just take it and you keep adding in. So the every other, right? The every other, and because we don't have to add all the embellishments on, when we come to that, that'll be like some of the stuffing in here, and then I'll show you how to sew it together from the inside. When we go to do it, we're actually going to turn it right side to right side and stitch it, and then put the stuffing in. I know their instruction says otherwise, but I'm used to doing that for sewing, is front face to front face or right side to right side, stitch it, and then when you come to like a certain point, then you put the stuffing in. You'll see what I mean after a bit. Okay, guess what? All we need is just the last round on this. This is on 12. I mean, this is 14. So if you put that there, that's about right. So what'll happen is when this is filled, right? Remember what I said, front face to front face, and you can do this too, front face to front face. Go ahead and put that on there. That way when you're doing this, you can quite literally finish the crochet stitching for the 13th layer as you're closing it. Does that make sense? So I will show you how to do that as soon as I'm done with like the 13th, and then we can just do that. I think that would be better than just, I don't know, sewing it. To me, it would make more sense. But we also need to take the stuffing out of the box. So I'm checking to see if that's still running, because holy crap, you know how that's been lately. So we do need that out of there. Good pair of scissors. I have to use my fabric scissors for this. So why is this so dang close? I don't know. I don't remember it being that close earlier. Excuse my voice again. Like, I'm just tired today. I'm just having one of those days where I'm a little tired. It's the weather, you know. As soon as that fall weather hits, our fall allergies hit, get a little tired. We try to stay awake. Yes, this is how it goes. So, now you're not going to want to use all your stuffing at once, because remember, you also need to stuff the machete. Wow, that's a lot, you guys. You could probably save some of that for another stuffy, right? Because you're not gonna. Honestly, you are not gonna need that much fluff. Make a small pillow and sleep on it. Make a small stuffy mattress. There you go. Just joking. Just joking. Anyway. So let me seal that box back up real quick, because I do have a candle burning in here. If you're wondering, I had my nails on earlier. They started popping off. This nail, my natural nail, it decided to peel. It cracked and then peeled. I'm trying to grow my natural nails out. My thumbnails are thick though. That's the only ones that are thick. Anyway, so want Jason's head be pretty dang thick, right? Because this is going to fill both sides. That's why I'm not worried about how much of it I have out. So I know that looks a little messy right now because it's not finished. But you know what you could do? You could do a second face. Think about that. You could do a second face, but I'm not going to. Let's put that over there and put that over there, because I'm talking way the fuck too much. Anyway, like I said, the other way to do it would be, you know, to stitch. So I'm going to go to the 13th and I'll come right back. Okay, got that row done. Excuse me. Last night I thought I was having a heart attack in one of my two functional hearts. Come to find out, I just needed to burp. I drank a lot of water. Don't worry about it. I did drink a lot of water, but I was like, oh my God, the pain is real. The pain is real. I really was like that last night. Like, oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. Now let's make sure, absolutely sure, have you in view. You can't miss this step here. This is important. We have front face to front face, right? Front face to front face. Make sure that you have your working yarn in the right direction. Now, this is what I'm going to teach you. I know the instructions are completely different, but this, my friends, might make it a little easier for you to put this together. So what you're doing is, we'll do the machete tomorrow. I don't care how many videos I put out on Halloween. I'm sorry this one's up late, but it is what it is. So you want to make sure you're going through both layers, and you're going to do a single crochet all the way around. Now this whole bit right here I will show you, but we will leave an opening and we won't cut the yarn until we're done stuffing this. So again, you're going to take that through both sections and make sure that you check that and make sure that you are. Take your yarn and single crochet all the way around. Now, this is why I'm saying I really hope this helps a lot of people that can't figure out these crochet kits and how you can change it a little bit to work better for you. You know what I mean? Because they don't always give clear instructions on these things. So, now let me show you what that looks like. Right there, you see what that looks like right there? That's pretty damn clean. So, that's why I was saying, again, oh, that nail is snagging. I hope it doesn't screw this up. When we come to one portion of this, like I said, we'll leave an opening towards the end of closure. And stuff it. This is also very tedious. If you're arthritic like me, then make sure that your hands are warm. I'm going to go ahead and blow that candle out. It smells nice enough in here. Oh, the dog, right? I got to do my nails. Got another nail that was trying to snag that. Yay. So, I'm going to do this most of the way around. And then when it comes down to it, I know it looks like that's not going to fit. But honestly, that's going to fit all the way around. And then I'll leave a little opening over here for us to be able to stuff this. Be right back with that. And we are back with my nails snagging everything. Now, we turn this the other way. Right? So the loop will still be there. I'm trying to figure out where the hell this other tail yarn came from. Oh, you know what? It might have come from the headpiece for the front. Like, yeah, that's exactly where it came from. So now it's almost like a seamless seam. Does that seem right to you? Seems right to me. Seemingly there. Anyway, sorry for my bad puns. Just trying to make this fun for you. Now, I know when we come to this part, when I got to do that, it won't seem as seamless as the rest, but I honestly don't think anybody's going to notice. So, time to stuff the fluff. So, just take your fluff, put that in there. I know, like I said, I know it says to sew it. I understand that part, but I will let you know I stretched this so that it would meet up with this part. I did do that. Needs a little extra fluff. Maybe the machete's flat. I don't know. Maybe the machete doesn't require fluff. Got to find out, aren't we? Still, that's a lot of fluff. So just, again, take that in there. So I hope this video so far for putting this together has been super helpful for you, like I've been saying repeatedly. And knowing how to put something like this together. And again, if I want to continue to do that part, you can smash it flat, do however you want. I think that this kind of turned out cool. So it'll be more like a ball, like a head, a cranium, a thinker, so to speak. Not a stinker, but a thinker. So you just do that. And then you can take the rest of your yarn and go ahead and arrange your fluffins. You'll fluff it up a little extra. And yeah, basically that would be about it for just the head portion of this one. So give me a minute and I'll finish closing the head. Or even better yet, I can just show it to you because there really isn't that much left on here. Quite frankly, if you wanted to, that's when you could clip it and just go ahead and sew it in. So yeah, we'll just use this one. Sometimes I get a little ahead of myself and I'm like, wait, should I have shown that? I don't want anyone to miss out on the potential of what you can do when it comes down to fiber crafting. Working with yarn is considered to be a fiber craft, whether it's knit or crochet. Did you see my shorts video of my sweater coming together? Oh, it's turning out so pretty so far. That's only the back panel, but with all this shit going on that I'm not going to get into, I'm going to have to pinch my pennies to get more yarn. Here's what a lot of people don't know that are my viewers. Y'all, I live under the poverty level. I don't even live on $1,000 a month. I'm going to be honest with you right there. So, yeah, look, you still have some yarn left. Because I gave a little extra. Like I said, that could also be in case you do a boo-boo and you need a little extra yarn. Okay. You're going to take that through there. I know, right? I just made a knot on that part. I'm just going to show you how you can just go ahead and do the rest of the closure. You're going to take it back and forth. It's not really going to matter on this part because it's just another part of the closure. And like I said, I don't know what I did with the yarn needles that came with the kit, which is kind of weird. Take that and go like that. You're making a knot. Then what you can do is one more. Make sure that you got it completely closed before you do that. Right? Now, that's just an old sewing technique, my friends. You're like, wait, you got all that yarn left. Yeah, I do. You know what you're going to do? You take that. You're going to pull it through like that so it's not too much. That's it. That's the head. Wait, why is there a loop? Ah, there should not be a loop. That's loopy. Hey, look, it's an ornament. There you go. I accidentally made it into a little ornament. Oh, well. Anyway, kindly in the comments below, let me know, what do you think of this so far? I might still add the extra right there. That was not meant to happen. That was meant to be pulled right through. Like I said, it's an accidental ornament for Halloween. Anyway, stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. Come back for the machete if you want to see that part. And I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget, stay spooky. Bye.